Good evening. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to the Dad Cave channel. How are you all doing tonight? It is the Father's Day special live from inside the Dad Cave. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you're new to the channel and you're interested in DIY and woodworking videos, then definitely consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell so you get notified anytime that I release new videos or go live. And for those of you who have been on the channel before, thanks for tuning back in. I appreciate it. And do me a favor, let me know in the comments where you are tuning in from and what do you think about this new day and time for live streams. Hopefully, Friday nights are a little bit easier for people to join in instead of Mondays. But let me know what you think. Got quite a few things in store for you guys tonight. And we are talking about the top 5 things that Dad wants for Father's Day this year. And we're going to be doing possibly some very horrible dad jokes. So make sure you stick around for that and bear with me. But I do have a special guest with me. He is a father himself. He has a pretty epic beard. And he's going to be joining with us here in just a moment. His name is Trent. He is from Fatherhood Confessions. And I'll be bringing him on shortly. And he's going to help me count down these top 5 things that Dad wants for Father's Day. So, Natalie, thanks for tuning in. Still working on the construction joke, eh? Absolutely, absolutely. All righty. My kid. Wave, say hi. Say hi to everybody. In case you don't know, that's the same kid that ate the crickets a few weeks back. He's doing okay. He survived. So... All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring on my guest. I've been over on his channel before. Like I said, his name is Trent. He is with from the Fatherhood Confessions channel. And I guess I'll tell you what, I'll let him explain what his channel is about. So, Trent, how are you? Thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, what's happening, gang? Good to see you. Good to be here on a Friday night. Not sure what the weather's like in Cali, but it is heat warning weather here.
Oh, it was beautiful today. It was nice, like 80 degrees. Perfect.
It was so bad delivering parcels this week that I thought I would have to arrange my own funeral. How's that? No, it's good to be here, Jared. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. I'm actually going to bring up your YouTube channel so people can see it on the stream here. But why don't you go ahead and tell everybody what your YouTube channel is about? Oh, wait, that's mine. Hold on.
We can talk about yours too. So, Jared, while you're doing that, guys, if this is your first time being introduced to myself, again, like Jared said, my name is Trent. And I started my YouTube channel maybe close to a year ago now. And the fuel behind the fire as to why I started the channel, what the channel is all about, there you go. Or it was up there for a second.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
Is pretty much this. We have such a variety of dads in this world, new dads, old dads, fathers that feel like they failed. That's the biggest thing I don't think I can do this. I failed miserably. I'm a bad father. I'm a bad parent. And that's how I felt. And I was like, man, I just wish somebody out there would just stop trying to tell me, top 5 things, these 3 things, do this right, and just come out and say, man, you know what? I'm just trying to get by.
You realize we're doing top 5 tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I'm a guest on your channel, but as it relates to my content, I just want it to be there for fathers that feel like they can interact with me and confess. And I'm like any regular dad, man. I don't wear a cape, although my wife might think so from time to time. I am a hero to some people. But yeah, like you see on the channel there, it's educational stuff. I want people to learn, and all of these video ideas are strictly mine. What I'm thinking, what I'm going through, how I'm relating to kids, and the newest series is the things that our kids learn from us, whether we like it or not. It's kind of an unplugged thing, right? So it's educational, it's conversational, and I just want to help parents as much as possible navigate parenting, and not through dictating, but just through conversation, honest.
Absolutely.
So let's get to it together. So that's
Yeah.
it.
And you got a new Father's Day video coming out this Sunday as well that people should
Sunday
tune in and
evening.
check out.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
right on.
You just might be a dad if you've said one or two or maybe all of these things.
I'm definitely going to be tuning in for that. And for those of you out there watching, I hope you guys get a chance to tune in as well. And if you haven't got a chance to check out Trent's channel, then please go on ahead and do so. He's creeping up on 200 subscribers, so let's show him some love. Let's see if we can help him get to that milestone. So, but, oh my God! Wow. Okay, you know what? Hold on. I got to stop everything for just a second. This is a blast from the past. This man right here. This is one of my OG buddies from back in the day. I know him. He's tuning in from Puerto Rico. Mario, man, it's good to see you, buddy.
Whole different time zone.
Absolutely. You know what? If you tune in every Friday, I'm definitely going to keep my live streams on Friday nights from now on. And
Awesome.
We used to live next door to each other. We had neighboring apartments, and we got into some stuff, but we won't go into details on that.
We'll let the audience determine what the stuff might be, and we won't disclose it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mario, thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate it.
That's great.
So, I'll tell you what. It's Friday night. I think this is the reason I really wanted to change my live streams to Fridays, so that this way I could have myself a drink and not be judged. So, for those of you that are tuning in, I appreciate y'all being here, and for all the dads out there, Mario, you're included, Trent. Hey, absolutely, man. Big thumbs up to you guys, and this is for you, for all the dads out there. So
here we go. Nothing like the sound of a hissing can. Oh,
absolutely.
I
might have to start drinking out of cans for
what
these live streams.
Do we want to introduce our beverage of choice, Jared? What are you drinking tonight, my friend?
Well, this is Stella Artois. Can't go wrong with this.
No, you can't.
It's a great beer all year round, and it's especially good on summer days barbecuing. So, what do you got?
Anybody want to guess by maybe this is not a beer you can get north of the border? I'm not sure. Does anybody want to take a stab at what this might be? I'm showing you a little bit of the colors. Some dad cave colors in there.
I can't tell.
Here we go. I'll turn it around. Have you guys heard of this one?
I've never heard of that.
It's a Canadian beer. It's actually made right in my backyard here in Ontario. It's a local.
Okay.
It's great. It's fantastic. When people ask you, what does that beer taste like, Jared? What would you compare it to? This is one beer I'm like, I can't find anything that compares. I would say Stella's that way too, wouldn't you think? Joining with a glass of unruly red wine.
That's my wife. If you guys ever get a chance to check out Unruly Red Wine, it's actually really good. I'm not a big wine guy, but it's one that I really liked. So, yeah. I think I've probably only tried one other beer that's kind of close to Stella. But as far as anything else, no, not really. But like I said, it's a good one.
It's a very unique beer. But this Sleeman has been it's been established since like 1834. Don't drink too many of those. Shania Twain might roll. Yeah, she better be singing "Any Man of Mine." Her father.
Well, so okay, you know what? I'm gonna let something out the bag here. What he's referencing and what everybody is missing, because this is a bit of an inside joke. I was a DJ for a period of time, and I also had karaoke stuff that I did. And I would from time to time go to places where there was karaoke. Sometimes he was with me. He does the best, and I'm not necessarily talking vocal performance, but he does like the best Shania Twain reenactment that you have ever seen.
Really?
Just saying. Yes.
Which part? I'm trying to visualize that. That's difficult.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
But
yes.
it was pretty yeah. That was pretty much the reaction of everybody in the bars. So yeah. Great memory. Great memory.
Awesome.
Mario, I
That's
hope I
great.
didn't embarrass you with that one, buddy. So
That's great. That's great.
My wife says maybe we can find that at Total Wine. So
I
we
don't
have
know. I don't know if they've imported that in your way. I don't know. I'm assuming our friends in the States and are
maybe.
a conjoined effort to make that happen. Cody's Extremes.
Cody, thanks for tuning in, Cody.
Yeah. Cody's
Glad to
cool
have
guy.
you.
Yeah.
Cody, do you got any plans for your dad for Father's Day this year? Any big plans this weekend? Let us know in the comments. We're talking everything dad related. Father's Day is on Sunday. We're gonna get into some dad jokes. I think this is probably a good time to get into some dad jokes. And we're also going to be doing a top 5 countdown of the things that dads want for Father's Day this year. So I'll tell you what, Trent, I'll let you start it. Give us a dad joke.
Sure.
I know you got a couple lined up.
Sure, I got more than a couple, but I'll save the best for your live stream, Jared, and give my live stream the what do you call it, the leftovers. You're deserving of that.
Thank you.
My wife says that I have 2 faults. One is that I don't listen, and the other one I can't remember.
I think every dad out there has been accused of not listening or remembering at some point. I'm pretty sure my wife, I know she told me something today when I came home, and I don't remember what it was.
Yours?
She told me something. I don't know. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot.
So what do you got in the bag there, Jared? Let's hear one of yours.
Well, okay, so I mean, I wasn't one of these before, so I mean, I didn't know that I was becoming a dad. I didn't know I was a dad until it was apparent.
That's so good. I like that one. Sleight of hand there. So I had a guy come up to me on the street and say, "Bro, do you want this pamphlet?" And I said, "Yeah, bro, sure." I'm just gonna wait for it to sink in. Do I need to say that again, Jared?
I think you need to say that again.
Okay.
I don't know.
So I had a guy in the street come up to me and said, "Bro, do you want this pamphlet?" And I said, "Yeah, bro, sure." Bro, sure.
Oh, wow.
Bro, sure.
I think
Jared,
I'm entirely too sober.
Okay, Jared, you must be in your early 40s because that was a little too long of a delay.
43. And you know what it was? Yeah, and my wife caught it. Yeah, wow. Apparently everybody else caught it too. Cody caught it before I did.
Yeah, see?
You know what I think threw me off was, the way our kids talk nowadays. The way our kids talk. I mean, back in the day when I was growing up, I don't know about you, but when it's like, "Hey, bro," and it's like I was talking to the boys. Now it's like they all call themselves that, and I'm just like, so I don't know. I was confused, and I'm like, "Wait, bro." I'm like,
"Oh, that's so good."
Yeah.
Listen. You know what? We're having drinks, and I just thought about a good one. Tequila may not fix your life, but it's worth a shot, man.
Absolutely. You know what? I'll drink to that.
Yeah,
It's funny. Speaking of tequila, I mean, that's usually reserved for like a Friday night. I was at work today. My boss told me to have a good day, so I went home. Here I am. That's why we're having this live stream tonight.
That's a good one. I haven't heard of that one. Oh, good for you.
My wife says, "Drop the beer, switch to wine." No wine. So I'm not like incredibly, how should I say it, swift with puns. If my niece Samantha was here, she is though. She's like, I mean, she gets the sarcasm, I think, from her dad. But so I mean, I was pulling up a couple of things online, and I thought, it's like, hey, I could I could look at some of these. I could bring these out on the live stream. We could throw some of these around. And then I saw one that kind of stuck out to me, and that was, I'm thinking it's like, hey, we got these awesome beards growing. It's like, I didn't always have facial hair. I used to hate it, but and then it started to grow on me. So.
Oh.
I mean, I was going to make a brief joke, but I think it was just a little cheesy.
That's a good one.
So, well, I'll tell you what. Anybody watching, anybody in the comments, give us your best dad joke right now.
Yeah, would love it.
Cody says that wasn't a dad joke. That was just a mom joke. God. Well, we'll give you guys a couple minutes to type in, but give us your best dad joke.
While we're waiting, I'm going to tell you one of my originals, okay?
Go for it.
What does the band Queen and tuna fish have in common? Both high levels of mercury.
Ah. Did you ever watch that Queen documentary, or not the documentary, but the?
I know
it wasn't the documentary. It was the. I forget what it was. It was on Netflix or something like that, wasn't it?
Awesome. Yeah, it was.
I know my wife and I watched it a couple times. That was actually pretty cool. Good. Yeah.
So I saw a cat and a rabbit having a staring contest, and the rabbit won by a hair.
Well, wow. Let's see. All right, we got one here. So Natalie says, I love shopping on Amazon, and I bought a chicken and an egg, and I'm waiting to I'm waiting to see which one gets delivered first. Well, Trent, you're in the delivery business. I mean, which one gets delivered first, the chicken or the egg?
I have some valuable information to share here. There are people that are now, maybe you've seen it. It's one of those popular things that people are ordering this egg from, I'm not sure where it's from, somewhere in China, but it's a duck egg that smells awful and tastes awful. Have you heard about that? This green jelly-like substance egg, and people are tasting it, and it's like the most horrific experience. It is like,
I've seen the
really, really bad.
I've seen a century egg, which is like but it's an egg, but it's like fermented and I don't know what it is, but not like this giant one.
Yeah. So to answer your question, the egg always comes in the mail first, never the chicken. The egg is way more easier to ship than the chicken.
Got it. All right, let's see. Cody says, two guys walk into a store. The one guy says to the other dude, "Why is it so hot?" The other guy says, I don't know because I'm so hot. Says, wait, says, I put the question mark in the wrong spot. Darn it. Okay. Let's try this again. Two guys walk into a store. The one guy says to the other dude, "Why is it so hot?" The other guy says, I don't know because I'm so hot. Okay. I don't know. Is it, or is it supposed to read, I don't know because I'm so hot? Like a question? Yeah, I think that's what he meant to say.
I think so. That's what I'm laughing at.
Awesome. Thank you, Cody. And,
so how frequent? Oh yeah, we got another one here.
Another one here. Natalie says, "What is the hardest tea to swallow?" I'm pretty sure I know this one, but Natalie, I'll let you drop the pun for us.
What is the hardest tea to swallow?
Reality.
Oh, that's okay. So I recently went to the doctor, and he told me that I have the peekaboo virus. Like peekaboo? Really? Yeah. So they sent me straight to the ICU.
Jesus Christ. I don't know why. I
heard that one yesterday.
That one hit.
I just lost it.
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know if I have any more brain cells left. See, my wife says, what do you call a coupon using vampire?
Suckers for deals. That's so good.
Absolutely.
What's your wife's name, or does she prefer not share it online?
Her name is Anna.
Okay, so Anna, thank you for that one. Because
Absolutely.
I've got this new approach now. Most of my videos, I got to start off with a dad joke. I have to. I've got to like not, hey, you want to hear a dad joke, but just boom, hit the audience right between the eyes with a dad joke that they're either going to. Two responses I love: you roll your eyes or you laugh. Both perfect responses.
Right? Absolutely.
Perfect.
By the way, what do y'all think of the shirt? Early Father's Day gift.
Mine's not a Father's Day gift, but it's my new merch.
Yeah.
I
was checking that out.
There you go.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I see a little resemblance.
Yeah. We're not supposed to go there. I bet you a lot of people will be like, hey, that looks like me too. That's
right.
Influence, yeah.
Oh, you know what I just realized?
What?
Oh, wow. I put my top 5 things Dad wants. I typed up that list on my phone. I'm using my phone for my webcam.
Here's a tip. Always email it to yourself so you can pick it up on. So my wife recently, like we bought a lot of stuff from Amazon recently, and my wife's had the nerve to tell me that I was the cheapest man in the world. Yeah. And I looked at her and I said, I'm not buying it.
Wow. Okay, so wow. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. My top 5 list, we're gonna have to go off of memory on this one.
Oh.
This is not good.
Do we have time for one more dad joke?
We got time for one more dad joke. Matter of fact, here, I'll let's see.
So I ask myself the question sometimes, is my wife dissatisfied with my body? And a tiny part of me says yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, sorry. There's just so many. My brain is just exploding.
I'll tell you what. Go ahead and keep doing that because I'm actually about to send that list to myself. That's why the screen's on you.
what did the shipmates find in the toilet? What did the shipmates find in the toilet? The captain's log.
Oh yes, that's like that's like old school from back in like kindergarten.
That's old.
Time.
That's right. Yeah. Did you hear about the big Lego sale, Jared? The big Lego sale. Did you hear about it?
No, I hadn't.
People were lined up around the block.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I am back. I just emailed it to myself. And
Jared, if I click a tab on my computer, you're still being able to see me, right?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I should be able to.
Good. Yeah, perfect. Excuse me.
All right. Slight technical difficulties here, everybody. Bear with me.
Where does rainbows go when they are bad? Rainbows. Where do they go when they're bad? They go to prism. It's a light sentence.
It's a light sentence. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. I got it pulled up. We're good.
Yes. Touchdown.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, I think we made everybody wait long enough, and definitely let's get into. These are the top 5 things that Dad wants for Father's Day this year. We're going to see if there's any. By the way, Trent and we made up our own lists. We did not compare notes or anything, so it's going to be interesting to see if anything lines up. And obviously we're doing blind reactions. So, Trent, you're my guest. Take it away. Number 5.
Number 5 on the list. Okay, I will say this before I mention any of my top 5. A lot of these, I have a feeling most of them would never happen. I don't know. I just feel like it's just a letdown to think about it. But hey, man can dream. But anyways, the number five, I've got to say, a new workout, a personalized workout facility in my home. Like, so my own personal gym in my house with all the bells and whistles.
Nice.
That's number five. That would be so
Okay.
welcomed. But you know how much one of those things costs, right? That's what I'm saying. I don't know how.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Anyway,
I have one.
yeah,
I
I
have
got
one
one.
in here. You got
So
to
that's
get
my
them.
number five.
You got to get them when they're on sale. All right. Well, my number five isn't going to match up with your number five. But my list, I'm just going to warn you now, it's things that dads want, but there are some, how should I say, some provisions that go with it. So, number five on my list is clothing. Clothing is acceptable as long as it's not just socks and underwear. Okay. If you're a dad, it is perfectly fine to get a shirt, like a nice shirt, something to wear out, like on the weekends or something casual. Okay, that would be good. But not like a pack of t-shirts. And I mean, unless he specifically asked for shirts
Which
and
I got
ties,
last
do
week.
not get him shirts and ties. Okay. He's probably got plenty already. He doesn't need any more. And I don't feel that you should waste a holiday. And yes, I think the Father's Day is a holiday. I don't think you should waste a holiday on socks and underwear. I mean, you wouldn't buy flowers for. I'm sorry. You buy flowers throughout the year for the people in your life, stuff like that. So I mean, you can buy socks and underwear throughout the year too, right? What do you guys
Yeah.
think?
Yeah. Oh, totally. I'm totally with you.
Yeah.
That's registering with me.
Yeah. So if you ask me, you don't need a special occasion to buy flowers for the women in your life. So you shouldn't wait till the one time out of the year to celebrate dad by giving them a pair of socks and underwear. You know what I mean?
Cody says, "Okay, if I was your son, I would totally give you a pair of underwear."
You know what? That's probably going to happen. I mean, now that I said it, I know
Yeah,
my,
it's out
my
there.
my son's probably inside watching. My daughter's probably like, "Hey, let's go down to the store and go get dad some underwear right now." No. So, all right. Well, number four.
Number four. All right. So this is a little twist. I mean, it's traditional. I mean, every man will not deny a good, solid meal, right? I mean, who's going to say no to your favorite food
Absolutely.
on the most, special day to honor dads? But I want to
Yeah.
throw in a little twist. Instead of hey honey, we're going to take you to your favorite Chinese food restaurant. I'm going to say, you know what? How about we make a game of it and make it into like, you ever watch the Amazing Race?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Well, let's pick like 5 restaurants and let's go from restaurant to restaurant and just not just one. I want to experience 5 in one day. No matter what the cost is, I just want like a buffet of restaurants, not a buffet at a restaurant. Like
So
just
wow,
load it in. Just load it up that one day.
you'd have to start early.
Yeah, you start early in the morning and you'd end late in the evening. Yeah. So yeah, a full marathon of buffet eating at a restaurant on Father's Day. I would love that. Even if you go in
Yeah.
and you get a little sample. I don't care. I just want to bang, 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 bang. Okay, guys, we're going to head on over to Denny's now. Then it's going to be, Chinese food and Thai food and then I'm just going to be sleeping in the bathroom all night. So
Yeah, I could see that happening. All right. Great idea. So number four on Trent's list, hitting 5 restaurants in a day.
yeah,
All different
yeah.
types of cuisines, right?
A buffets, yeah.
And if you're just tuning in, do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button for me. And then also, we're talking about the top 5 things that dad wants for Father's Day this year. And we are on number 4. So that was Trent's number 4. Here's my number 4. And my number 4 are gadgets. Gadgets. Just any if it's got buttons, if it's got lights, gadgets. And this is not to be confused with tools. Okay, I'm not talking
Or
about tools.
Inspector Gadget.
Right. But I mean, electronic devices are always a good bet for Father's Day. You got Bluetooth speakers, headphones, maybe some kind of smart home device. But then again, I mean, they don't necessarily have to be like electronic devices. What about like an insulated coffee mug? That's a great idea. Knives are gadgets. That is awesome. I think every man deserves a good knife. So, spend a little bit
Absolutely.
of money, get something nice, right?
Absolutely. The knife idea, like you can never go wrong. A knife
Never.
will always be useful to a man.
And it
Always.
doesn't matter how many he's got.
Nope.
You know,
Different ones for
that-
different occasions.
absolutely. And if you want to take it a step further and accessorize and match it to whatever you're wearing that day, I guess you could do that too. But you can't ever have enough knives.
Wow,
So that's my number 4.
Wow. That's a good one though. I like it.
Okay.
I like gadgets. I do.
Absolutely.
I find gadgets are the thing that, like, when you're kind of dormant, not doing much, you could take that gadget and just fiddle with it. I like fiddling with stuff. Right?
Yes, absolutely. Cody, great idea. Cody says if he becomes a dad, he hopes his kids take him out for pizza. I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Pizza's awesome.
It's another food
All
to
right.
never go wrong with.
No. So where are we at? We're number 3, right? Oh, what? You know what? Or maybe a flamethrower. Okay, flamethrowers are cool. I didn't put that on my list, but that's a bonus one. Flamethrowers are awesome.
Flamethrower is great. So we're on to number
All right.
3.
Number 3.
Number 3 for me is this is a real big deal. I love sporting events. Like, there's nothing I wouldn't, quit, let go, reschedule, cancel for a live sporting event. I don't know what it is, but live sporting events get me jacked. I don't know, like, I find euphoria, everything in it. It's so good. So this is number 3, right?
Number 3, right.
I would want tickets to a professional sporting event to watch my favorite team, but also VIP pass to meet my favorite player. That's always been on my bucket list. That is number 3, my friend.
All right. Cool idea. Now, when you say sports, are we talking like sports like American sports? Or are we talking about Canadian sport, which is hockey?
Hockey.
Okay.
Okay, Americans' pastime, we know it's baseball. It's always been said, right? It's baseball.
You know what?
But I
I'm more
don't
of a
like that.
football fan now.
Me too. I'd want tickets to go see the Arizona Cardinals play, and I would want to meet Larry Fitzgerald, best
Oh, okay. Really?
of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be my that would
Why?
be my
Why Arizona Cardinals? That seems like such a polar opposite of. I mean, you're in Canada, but then in Arizona, I mean, two completely different
climates, yeah.
Climates, everything.
But hey, a man can dream, right? Why would I want to cheer for our teams in the cold weather? I'm in cold weather. I want to get to the hot side, So I don't know. I've always loved the Cardinals. So I always cheer for them for years. And Larry Fitzgerald has always been my man.
I grew up watching baseball. Been to quite a few games. Been to see the Dodgers, the Angels. Got to see Nolan Ryan pitch when he was playing with the Dodgers. That was pretty awesome.
Lucky.
Got to see all that, but then now it's like all I don't follow baseball anymore. Now it's football. Now I like football.
I agree with Natalie though. I love baseball too. Yeah. It's probably coming in at a hard, probably tied with. And the only team, of course, I'm like 2 hours from Toronto, so the Blue Jays.
Oh yeah, Blue Jays.
The only time, so the only time I can see, like, we only have one team in Canada. That's it.
Okay, this shows you how much I follow baseball anymore. What happened to the Montreal Expos?
They're now the Washington
I seriously don't know. Are they?
They're the Washington Nationals. Yeah, they moved to Washington like I don't
Shows
know,
you how much I know.
10 plus 15 years ago or more. But
Okay.
yeah, Toronto's Canada's team. So
Yeah.
if I want to see other teams, I've got to wait and get tickets for when that team comes to town. But that's my number 3.
Number 3, live sporting event. Got it.
And
Natalie's
don't forget
White
the
Sox
VIP.
fan. And the VIP meet and greet.
Yes, gotta be.
All right, right on.
I know.
All right. Well, so my number 3, it's not as epic as that, but my number 3 is tools, and
I'm shocked.
tools are great. Although it gets a little difficult if okay. Tools are great if you are not a contractor. If you are a contractor, chances are you already have every tool that you could possibly need. Now, the only exception I think to this would be is if you need new ones. My brother-in-law, he's an electrician. Every couple of years, he goes out and buys all new tools all over again, because even though he buys like really nice quality tools, he's so rough on them, he has to buy new ones. So, but I mean, if you were to buy that for him to replace ones that he already has, I know that he would appreciate it. But if you're just buying tools just to buy him tools, he's going to be like, what do it's the weekend. I don't want to work. I don't want to build stuff. I don't want to do anything. It's like, I want to go have fun, because he does that during the week, all week. So I would say if Dad is not a contractor and is just somebody like me who likes to get out there on the weekends and do crazy stuff and build things, and then absolutely tools are great. But don't get him a tool with the expectation that he has to go out and build something. Get him a tool because you want to get him a tool, and it's a tool that he doesn't have.
That's
the only provision.
Point.
Or fix
so
something.
Right.
Don't buy him a tool so that he can fix something around the house. Just get him a tool. Just, hey, you know what? You didn't have one of these.
Jared, it can't be an ulterior motive. It can't be. You can't.
No, not at all.
No, can't hide that. That's a good one, though.
A chainsaw and a hockey mask.
Yeah, Halloween.
You know what? I don't have a chainsaw. If somebody was to give me a chainsaw for Halloween for Father's Day, I would appreciate it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I got a chainsaw if you want to borrow mine. You know how
hey,
Amazon Flex, maybe Amazon Prime.
There you go. So, so we got 6 people in the chat right now. For those that just tuning in, we're talking about the 5 top things that Dad wants for Father's Day. We're counting them down. We just finished number 3. We are on to number 2 on the list. So Trent, what is your number 2, or the second thing on your list that dads want for Father's Day this year?
Okay. This has to come in second, and you'll find out why when you hear number 1. But number 2, non-negotiable. A men's trip to an all-you-can fish at an exotic fishing resort for a whole week with a bunch of buddies, tons of drinks, sample food, and just buddies to laugh with and just get on absolutely silly and foolish, and a full week at a exotic fishing resort. Just fish all day long and do nothing else. Because I do have
that
buddies
would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's number 2. So I mean, I'm getting closer to number 1, but
fishing.
I love
the
fishing.
last time I went fishing, the only thing I caught was intoxication, because that's all I just sat there and I was fishing, but I was drinking, but it was great. It was some of the best times ever.
Okay. It was the best fishing trip I've ever been on.
Best fishing trip I've ever been on, and I didn't catch a single fish. But my kids, they caught a fish. They caught a fish like this big, and you know what they used to do it with? A cup.
you know it's
Ask me when the last time I went fishing was. I've never gone fishing again after that. Now I just sit on the side of the river and drink my beer. I don't even bother throwing a line.
So this is just a little infomercial. If you haven't went over my channel or you haven't subscribed, give it a click. But I do have a playlist there, and it's what kids can learn from fishing, like what kids can learn in life from fishing. It's a really good series, probably one of my most popular ones. So we're talking about fishing. It's a good one. You'll see video clips of my son casting fishing rods. It's awesome.
Let's see. You said it's on the playlist, right?
It's on the playlist. It should be. It's right. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Life lessons kids can learn from fishing. Right
All
there. And
right. There it
so,
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
right there. Right there. Of
All
course,
right.
the
Well,
dad
yeah,
joke's right
definitely
next to
go
it.
check that out.
It's a good series. Probably one of my most enjoyable ones.
Oh, whoops. Hold on. All right. I took you off the. There we go. That's better.
All right, that's my number 2, Jared.
Number 2.
Over to you, buddy.
All right. My number 2. So, and this one is universal. And I think number 2 for dads this year, what dad would really want is his favorite cold beverage. His favorite cold beverage. That's number 2 on the list. It doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter if it's beer. It doesn't matter if it's wine, or like white wines, white or cold, but Coke, Gatorade, 7 Up, Sprite, whatever, or even if it's coffee. I mean, if that's his favorite beverage, I think that you get him that. And then you throw some of his favorite snacks in there with it. I mean, I've seen videos where people go to like the Dollar Tree and they buy like the baskets and they fill it up with stuff to make things for dad. You know what? Just go down and get him a 12 pack of his favorite thing to drink and throw in some snacks and give that in addition to whatever it else is that
It's
you're
the
doing that
gift that
day.
gets on.
I think,
It keeps on giving.
yeah, yeah, I would totally love it. My son is now over the age of 21, so he can go and purchase alcohol. I would love it if my son went to the store and came back and be like, "Daddy, I got you a 6-pack, man. Happy Father's Day." That'd be
Jared,
awesome.
can I interrupt you?
Absolutely.
I think your channel speaks to this. Build what's next? Drink. Here's a clue for
Repeat.
Father's Day. Yeah. Repeat.
Build, drink, repeat. And by the way, just for clarification, the drink doesn't necessarily always mean alcohol, but
That's right.
hey, you know what? A nice cold beverage, cold beer, glass of wine, or glass of whiskey once in a while is not bad. Not going to kill anybody.
Okay, I'm captured by this comment by Natalie. We would always go to the lake of the Ozarks. Where? Wow.
The Ozarks. That's where are the Ozarks? Wow, I failed geography, right? I just failed geography.
Yeah, it's in the States. I know that, right?
In the States, and I think it's over on the East Coast. Natalie, help us out. Where's the Ozarks at before I have to Google it?
Because I've heard about it, and man, would I ever love to go there.
Oh, dude, I'm totally off. I already Googled it. Midwest. Thank you, Natalie. It's in the Midwest. If it's not in California, it's on the East Coast. That's all I know. It's east of California. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely it was in the Midwest.
That's too funny. Thanks, Natalie, for the clarification. We couldn't figure it out.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So we are we're on number 1 already. So
Yeah.
number 1, this is of the top 5 things that dad wants for Father's Day this year. We are down to number 1. I'll tell you what though, while we're getting that queued up, for those of you that are here joining us in the chat, do me a favor. Tell us what your plans are for Father's Day.
Yeah, I want to know
Or
that.
if you have, if there's anything you're doing for dads, husbands, or father figures, and I guess for that matter, there's even some parents out there that play both roles, single parents. What are you guys doing for Father's Day this year? Wow, that went down way too easy. That was good.
I could tell by the smile on your face, Jared. I'm
Absolutely.
almost at the bottom of my can too.
So we're looking for Father's Day plans this weekend. Trent, how about you? You got any plans for Sunday?
Yeah, actually, Sunday
What's
we
the
have
wife and kids doing for you?
we have very special plans for Sunday. My wife bought me getting my daddy a girlfriend. That's Cody's awesome. That's great.
Right on, Cody. If there's anything we can do to help out, let us know.
My wife bought me, my son, and her dad, so my father-in-law, tickets to go see a car and air show.
Oh, nice.
So, and then there's like food trucks everywhere. So that's going to be I think that's going to be my buffet. Number one, was it?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, buffet trucks. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to scoot down and
Very
watch
cool.
some of the drag racing. And yeah, my son's big into that stuff. So yeah, it should be a great day.
Yeah, right on. I'm not 100% sure what we're doing yet, but there is actually the city I live in. They put on a car show every year for Father's Day, and that's tomorrow. So pretty sure I'm going to be doing that. Go check out all the cars. I might even live stream it tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. But yeah, so probably doing at least that.
That's fantastic. I like this comment.
I do too.
Kudos to your mother, Natalie, for playing dual roles. That's a big applause.
Absolutely, that's a huge deal. I did that for a number of years before I met my now current wife. But it was just me and my son for 10 plus years.
Natalie, this is my applause. This is my applause. I can't get too close. Good job.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
For your mom.
All right, so number one, we ready? This is the number one, the top thing that Dad wants for Father's Day this year, as Trent from Fatherhood Confessions and me from the Dad Cave sees it.
Is that the drum roll I'm looking for?
Right, with the drum roll.
Okay, so
I can't do that.
I can't remember the last time I had this. Okay, so that's why it's number one. It's also number one because I don't want to get in trouble for putting it second or fifth. I want to go on a romantic getaway with my wife somewhere that I've never been before. Preferably Athens, Greece.
Nice.
That's something and she wants to go too. It's on our bucket list. And we actually talked about going on a Mother's Day or Father's Day weekend sometime in the future. So no kids, no one else. Don't want to share. I didn't want to share space with strangers. How's that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And be on a little island where you have your own. I've seen these little what are they called? Little huts that you can just rent, and you're on this little island. You're by yourself for a whole and it's just breathtaking, exotic, and beautiful. Man, that is number one. Because that's cool. Hey, you can't be a dad without your wife or the woman that you're with.
That's true.
No, I gotta pay tribute to that. Got to pay tribute. So that's my number one. I don't know if you're going to trump that one, Jared, but
well, probably not. But so my number one, and again, this comes with provisions, but it's a little backwards from yours. This was kind of at the beginning of your list. This one's at the top of my list, and that is going out to eat. I want to go out to eat. Okay. Unless
I feel like all of these are really number ones.
They are, yeah. But there were certain, like, it's a hierarchy. There's certain things that that I would prefer more than others. Like, like, okay, I've got tools, so if I didn't get any tools, but I got taken out to dinner, I'm okay with that. But unless Dad specifically says that he wants to grill. If Dad says he wants to grill, then let him grill. If Dad doesn't say anything about wanting to grill or cook or do anything like that, then take him out to dinner. Take him out to dinner. Take him to his favorite restaurant. Don't do what do you want to eat? Don't do that. Just pick. Because I guarantee you, it doesn't matter what you pick. He's going to appreciate the fact that he doesn't have to cook.
Jared?
Just saying.
Jared, you just clarified a lot of confusion for a lot of people out there. If you're now
doing a public service,
if you're stumbled upon Jared's channel right now and you're in this segment and you heard that's a life-changing axiom that you need to take in consideration and run with it. Do not ask, where do you want to go? If you don't know by now, something's wrong. Just surprise them. Get in the car, put a blindfold on them. I don't know.
And it doesn't have to be expensive. Like, okay, honestly, if you were to take me to Sizzler and buy me a ribeye and give me the all you can eat salad bar, dude, I'm telling you, I'm there. Absolutely. But you know, I mean, let's reverse the role. Mother's Day. Would you honestly make your mother get in the kitchen to cook on Mother's Day?
Never.
No, you don't. You take her out to dinner. So why are you going to make dad stand out in the hot sun and grill? And if, by the way, if you are going to do that, then we're going to go back to number 3 on my list. Or I'm sorry, number 2 on my list, and that is you better have plenty of cold beverages for him. So,
oh yeah, that'll you know what? That'll
you
be
better
like
get a care package if you're going to make him grill.
That'll smooth things over. That'll make yeah. That's a good apology. A bottle of liquid.
Cody says no. It's supposed to be like this. Let the man sleep the day away. You know, I mean, there's some truth to that. I at least let him sleep in.
I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can sleep like.
Well, yeah, I can. Once I'm up, I'm up. That's it. I gotta go.
I decided when I got up this morning, I was like, I'm not going to work today. I'm calling in.
Right.
Sick from a sunburn. And so, yeah. So I thought I'll just go back to bed and sleep a few more hours. And wrong answer, not happening. Yeah.
So there it is. The top 5 things that dad wants for Father's Day. As told by solid. Fatherhood Confessions in the Dad Cave.
It's great. That was good.
Dad's from one dad to another. Mm-hmm. And you know what? And I'm just going to throw this in as a bonus. I wasn't going to put this on the list, but I'm going to do it anyways. Sexy time. That's it. Guys are so simple. Men are so simple. It doesn't have to be complicated, ladies. Just saying. So if you're wondering, that's
moment of silence here.
That's what dad needs for Father's Day. Oh boy.
Hallelujah.
Well, that was a blast, man.
That was fantastic, man. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so good. I loved it, every minute of it, and everybody who joined tonight. The comments were great.
Yeah,
learning a lot from you guys, like from your live, like Natalie. That was very inspiring to hear that about your mom. She just sounds like a real trooper. Why did Planet Fitness close down? Because it didn't. Oh my gosh. Are we ending with a few dad jokes? Is that what we're doing here now?
It seems like it. Do you got any more lined up, Trent?
Yeah, I did join a date for arsonists. Did I tell you that?
A date for arsonists?
Like a website? I joined a dating site for arsonists, yeah.
Okay.
I've been getting tons of matches. Oh.
Wow. Okay. Story time. You said arsonist, you said matches, and it reminded me of something that happened to me.
Okay.
I was, let's see, I think I was like 19. I was 19, and I decided to go to the movies. I went to the movies, and I was there. There was a new movie that just came out with Bruce Willis. It was called Hostage. I don't know if anybody has ever seen it.
Oh, yeah. I love that movie.
Okay. All right. It was a fantastic movie when I finally got a chance to see it. But let me tell you what happened. Let me just paint the picture. I get into the movie theater. I've got my drink. I've got my popcorn. I've got my candy that I smuggled into the movie theater. And I just sat down. The lights started dimming. And at the time, the theater I was at, they had a curtain that would go down and it would cover the top of the screen. So you got that wide screen effect, like the movie format that it's supposed to be in. And all of a sudden, the movie came on. It was unusual because the movie started right away. No previews. and it was a flashback. And you could tell it was a flashback because of the way that they were doing everything and all this stuff. And, but he's negotiating with a guy that's taking some people hostage, and things are intensifying. The music's intensifying. All this is just building, building, building. And then all of a sudden, everything goes dark. It goes dark. The movie stopped. It just stopped altogether. And then all of a sudden, the lights came on. And I'm like, well, what kind of 4D film is this? Like, they're putting lights in the theater now, like reacting to the movie. And then all of a sudden, fire alarms started going off. And then we realized, like, oh crap, like, no, there's really something wrong here. And there was a voice that came over, to go to the nearest exit and, get out of the building, all this and that, evacuate. And we're like, okay, this is for real. So we left. We got out. Big old theater. Had to walk all the way around. Huge. I mean, it was probably about like half a mile to go around the building all the way back to the front.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm standing there in the group of, several hundred people, and we're just all waiting to find out what's going on. We're like, what the heck is going on? Didn't know. All of a sudden, fire department starts rolling up on scene, one fire engine, two fire engines. And we're just like, wow, okay, this is crazy. Like, there's really a fire inside the movie theater. They went in there, they got their hoses and everything, they're going in. Well, then all of a sudden the police show up, and one officer gets out of his car, and he goes and he starts looking around, doing like this, looking around. And then he sees me, and him and I make eye contact, and he starts walking straight up to me, right up to the crowd. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Well, comes up to me and he says, how are you? And I'm like, well, I said I was doing just fine. And he goes and says, what are you doing here? I'm like, well, I'm waiting to find out if we get to go back and see our movie or if we're going to get a refund. He's like, well, why are you just standing around here? I'm waiting to find out if I get to go back in the movie or if I get a refund. I paid to watch this movie. He's like, well, what theater were you in? And I'm like, oh, okay. Understood. Clearly the fire is on that end of the building. I was on this side, nowhere near where the fire started. And then he's just like, well, do you mind if I pat you down? And I'm like, oh, really? Long story short of it, went through the whole process, got patted down and everything. But I'm like, hey, I'm a fun guy. I'll play around. So got patted down. And at one point, he starts asking me questions like, do you have anything in your pockets? And I'm like, well, yeah. I got a cell phone, I got keys, I got a wallet, I got a lighter, and a pack of cigarettes and breath mints. And he stopped. He stopped when I said lighter. And I'm like, man, come on, really? But why did he stop me? Why did he come up and talk to me? I fit the arsonist profile. I was living at home with my parents. I'm white. I was wearing all black. I was by myself. And apparently the icing on the cake was I was wearing a black leather trench coat.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I think it was the trench coat.
Wow. He's patting you down. That must have been an experience.
Yeah, that was fun.
You know what you should have said? You should have asked him, is butt cheeks one word, or should I spread them apart?
Right. It pretty much stopped at that point. And I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm done. So, yeah, fun story.
Yeah.
All right,
so
well,
what's the moral of the story?
Moral of the story is if you are going to go to the movie theaters, do not wear a black leather trench coat.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I agree. Those trench coats will always come back to get you.
Yeah, but I did like it though. And by the way, it was weather appropriate. It was cold outside that day. Unusually cold for Southern California. You don't see too many of us running around in trench coats out here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, Natalie threw out another one. She says, what is a pig? What do you call a pig that does karate? Pork chop.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. And, I hope this help gives you some ideas of what to do for fathers this year. And I trust your judgment. Go forth and conquer, and take your dads out this weekend and show them a good time. And like I said, to all the dads out there or father figures, you guys do an amazing job. Even if nobody tells you, just know the fact that you're there and doing everything that you know how to do. That in and of itself is worth an applause. So
just keep showing up.
To all the dads out there. Congratulations for everything that you guys do.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if my dad was watching tonight, but to my dad, thank you. Clearly, I wouldn't have become the man that I am today without the dad that my dad was. So,
and my father,
he's still around.
My father doesn't even know how to open a laptop or turn on a phone, so I know he's not watching. But thanks, Dad.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys for tuning in, and do me a favor,
time.
Go check out Trent's channel, Fatherhood Confessions. Like I said, he's got a new video dropping this Sunday on Father's Day, so go show him some love and check that out. I'll have some new content coming up soon. I'm working on my next videos in between customer orders, and I'm also doing a little rebranding, so you might notice a couple of changes on my channel, but everything's still the same. It hasn't gone anywhere. Still the same DIY channel. And but I want to thank everybody that came in, and those of us that or those of you that joined and have been here throughout the whole time, and those are just coming in. And again, I appreciate it. And for those of you catching on the replay, I appreciate you as well. So you guys enjoy your Father's Day and have an enjoyable Friday night.